The turbulence just means you're living, man.
You might have seen me in spandex.
God, it's Grandmaster. There is no higher rank, people.
Can we just go for ice cream once?
There's some thunder in my buns. Gordon, what's happening, man? I'm David.
Great to meet you.
Nice to meet you, brother.
Oh, wow, that is a suit.
It's a suit, and let me tell you what.
And I didn't put an adjective in front of it. I know what you mean. I don't think I didn't like it. It's a nice suit.
I hear you. You know what? Even if you didn't like it, you know.
Yeah, who am I? Just some other a-hole.
Hey, you just gotta get through life.
Yeah, no, right.
There are moments in this suit. There are little moments here and there that are tugging places. Just a moment. But it's alive. I'm feeling it.
This is my first adventure in skinny jeans.
Oh, Jesus. I learned that lesson early.
Yeah, my life is a lot of like hobo clothes.
Yeah, sure.
It's like not like hammer pants, but still like kind of. So it's
Athletica meets
you could fit two of me in there.
Camping.
I guess that's kind of like an accurate. Yeah, they handed me these, and I'm like, how do these even go on? Like I was the stretchiness was a surprise.
See, Gordon, I don't have a body type for hipster pants.
Yeah.
There's some thunder in my buns.
Look at you.
I got it. There's some size back.
That's not going to leave my brain for the rest of this interview.
Yeah, so you got to
Fix your tie.
Yeah, I'll fix everything.
All right, it's fine.
What's happening right now?
Yeah. Sorry.
What's the frame?
You're great. So this will be your main camera.
And how tight are you, brother? Okay, right in this region, right where the gut's hanging over the thing. Thank you.
That's why I leaned forward so I can give it a good suck.
Well,
that's my goal. Be like,
Nintendo Game Boy.
right?
Can we talk about that?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
In the day, you're a big Game Boy guy, or even today, are you a big Game Boy?
Back
guy?
in the day.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, back in the day.
I don't know if you know this. Here's a fun little fact.
Talk to me.
I was born in Bloomington, Indiana,
I went to school in Bloomington, Indiana.
and I grew up in St. Louis, Missouri.
Stop it!
Nope.
Dude, where in St. Louis?
Do you have the other half of this locket? Manchester, Missouri.
You were in Manchester. My dad lives in Manchester right now.
Really?
Yeah. I grew up in like Kirkwoodish, Ladue.
Okay.
Huntley, but no one knows what Huntley is.
But yeah, I know Kirkwood. But yeah, I went to Parkway South High School.
God,
yeah,
man.
Small world.
Dude, I went to SLU High School.
Okay.
All boys. And then, Bloomington, Indiana. Crazy.
Isn't that,
Who's born in Bloomington? 60 people, and you are one of them.
Yeah, and I got a bone to pick with you.
Talk to me. What did I do? Who
Here's the
was
thing.
it?
So I'm watching A Million Little Things.
Talk to me.
And, let me get the names right. So Rome wants a baby, Regina doesn't want a baby. That touched me because I've had that happen in my life.
Oh, I get it.
But I can't relate to somebody who has a baby with his friend's wife and he has to I can't relate to that.
Yeah.
But it got me.
Yeah.
Because I'm sensitive.
Yeah.
And I cry.
Yeah.
That's your
Manchester.
fault.
My kids lost their father. I lost my husband.
Yeah, I know, Dee.
I think about John every day. I'm sorry you lost your husband, but I almost lost my husband too, because of you.
Why do you bring this? Why do you do this to us?
Well, we at ABC like to take people on the ride.
Monsters.
The turbulence just means you're living, man.
Yeah.
I like to say, I've said, and it landed, the fact that all of those women are falling for me is a little bit like seeing the reflection of the cameraman in like the refrigerator. Like it takes you out of it a little bit, or like the boom mic dips in the
They're
frame.
only human. Come on.
Oh, come on.
Stop.
You've seen me in this suit. Okay.
Ladies love Bloomington guys.
There is a faction of the society who needs some therapy, who is kind of attracted to Eddie being a cad philanderer.
There are women who start relationships with murderers in prison too.
That's true. That's
They are
very
not
true.
to be celebrated.
That's very true. And so it was interesting seeing that. I'm like, wow. I guess there's room for everybody.
Do you get both sides of it? Are there people who are like legitimately upset with like the things Eddie has done,
Yes.
and the people who are like, keep being a jerk?
And guess what? I love it all.
Yeah?
I get quite a kick out of it all.
Yeah.
Like people send me some of the best. I mean, the people on Twitter. It is great.
Well, I have this filter on my
insane.
computer, so everything that comes through is true. So that helps. There's no lies. It's only positive feedback.
Perfect.
It's great. Yeah, like
Perfect.
that's the way to go.
What is it? The gospel?
No,
Psalms?
not at all. I get Gordon Holmes is the worst. He should, he's a monster.
But I kind of like that. Like, I always say, I mean, truly, if someone doesn't hate you, you're not really living life.
Oh, then I'm living it.
Yes,
Like,
homie, you and me both.
I'm killing it at this point.
You and me both. The more eyes that roll when I leave the room, the better I'm doing.
Nice. Now, Eddie, like we've said, he's a
He's a
complex fella. He's a dick.
Yeah. Pardon that curse word.
So
It's a friendly curse word.
here's the thing. Back in the day, we're fine.
Ty? Hi, there are people back there. We can admit to it, right? People understand how television works.
No, this is my living room.
Got it.
How did all these
This is
people get here?
great. Well, it is your living room, and we had to invite people in.
That's true. Thank you for coming to my living room.
Wonderful. Toledo, Ohio.
Help yourself to anything in the fridge. So you see championship belt in the back. I actually.
Into it.
What's that?
Into it.
Nice.
Yeah.
We're like best friends. Is how this is going to end.
this point,
I'm pretty
yeah.
sure. I actually used to be an independent professional wrestler. Believe it or not, used to fake beat people up every weekend.
I'm dumbfounded.
More likely would get fake beaten up.
Got it.
But part of the fun was
Like
being,
small town?
Like if you
Small market?
if you were in a gymnasium or a VFW hall in Pittsburgh, you might have seen me in spandex.
Got it.
Yeah, it was
Wowee.
a whole.
What was
mood.
your shtick? Were you a heel or
So
a good guy?
I was both actually. When I was a good guy, I was the fun, plucky underdog, Hurricane Holmes.
Got it.
And when I was a bad guy, I was the arrogant punk Hurricane Kid.
Now, who's more fun to play?
Hurricane Kid. That was where
That's
I was
why
going with
Eddie's
this.
so much
Eddie's
fun,
so much
dude.
fun to play.
Yes, that's nicely done, man.
You don't get the joy of like going to a 5-year-old and be like, haha, your local sports team sucks. But you do get to do some pretty bad things.
Yeah.
That kind of feels kind of good.
I'm telling you what, and I kind of brought, when I first was reading Eddie, and I knew this guy was going to be, because I read the pilot, and I'm like, hey, unredeemable. Irredeemable? Irredeemable. Maybe both. People who aren't here.
I'm not
What do
here
you
to
think?
judge you. I'm here to.
But I gotta show my smarts. I knew this guy was going to be irredeemable in a certain aspect, or at least you can't really forgive that all the way. So I'm like, let's just go all the way with him. Like, make him. I was thinking, make him like really arrogant, but like so much so that you kind of love the guy. And then so I went and met the writers, and I was like doing it under that guise so I could like affect the writing. And then they just thought I was a.
Now see, I
I had to learn that lesson.
have a theory about Friends
Yeah.
that the writers eventually hated Ross because they turned him into like everybody's supposed to love Ross, want Ross and Rachel together, and then they went too far. He cheated. Spoiler alert: he cheated on Rachel with
didn't
the
even know
girl,
that.
the cop. What's that?
I didn't even know that.
You're not familiar with Friends?
I'm literally probably right before that episode right now.
All right.
I'm kidding. My wife loves it. I don't watch it.
So at the end of Star Wars,
Yeah.
What else can I spoil? But I feel like they had him cheat on Rachel, and the audience never came back to him.
Well, yeah, nor should they all the way. Like, is the goal on a long-running thing, especially, do we have to make everybody likable all the time? Like, life isn't that way.
Sure.
I've been friends with people who I love, and like a breakup goes bad, I have to hate that person or one. So with Eddie and Delilah, we enter the living rooms with some baggage, from the pilot episode. So Stephanie and I, as people kind of like, and we're enjoying the fervor that creates.
Oh, there's nothing you can say to me that will change the fact that I love you.
I can't lie to you. This is your baby.
It makes me sad when she's mad at you. Like
Stephanie?
I would have a hard time like,
yeah.
just so you want to make them happy.
Oh yeah.
Be like, can we just have can we just go for ice cream once? Would that be so
Stephanie
bad?
and Catherine and Delilah, those writers, it's like watching The Passion of the Christ. They suffer.
It's just like that.
Just exactly like that.
You're a new dad. Less than a year.
That's right.
Does that change how you approach the character? Like, with the young man who plays Theo? Like,
Yeah, Tristan.
Yeah.
Tristan's the bomb.
It is something I am not proud of. But I want you to know it won't ever happen again.
How do you know?
I saw how much it hurt you and Mom, and I saw how you looked at me differently because of what I did.
It changed every, little part of my body. I'm not like, I'm a pretty meat and potatoes gentleman. More potatoes, pretty carb forward, frankly.
You're not carb adverse.
No, God, no.
Admirable.
So I wasn't really I wasn't romantic about having a kid, but it truly, those millions and billions of years of evolution does do something to you when you have one, and it has changed the way I understand these relationships, and truly the way I look at any kid or even person now. I'm like, oh, they were my little Viv running around once.
Like I said with the Rome and Regina storyline,
Yeah.
where it's like, I spent my whole life not wanting children,
Yeah.
and then one day, and then
That's what happens, man.
yeah, it's literally
Or
like,
it doesn't, and whatever.
yeah, it's fine if it doesn't, but
Yeah.
it happened to me. And
Why did it
was
happen
like,
to you?
It was very odd. Like I was with a woman who didn't want children, and then it just
Was
like,
it just like as a counterpoint?
what?
Was it just like you don't, and therefore I do?
Yes, I'll show you.
Yeah.
No, it was just a matter of like we had this agreement, and then slowly, like I would get emotional watching like TV shows and things like that, and then we were in a plane with this dad and his kids, and the dad was such a jerk that I'm like, I could do this better than this guy. Being like,
could.
come on, step up, and
Yeah.
then here we are now.
And do you have them now?
I do not.
Got it.
I'm now with another woman. We're married, and
Got it.
we're looking into it.
Got it. Nice,
Apparently,
man.
there's a process you have to go through, and we're
It's a process.
like,
My process
I'll read some
included-
books about it.
There were some ovulation strips.
Okay.
About 5 months and a rerouted flight.
Oh.
That, like, I was at for this show that I'm on now, A Million Little Things, ABC, at Eastville. I was at Upfronts in New York 2 years ago, and my wife called me and she's like, "I know you're going to St. Louis right after this, but why don't you come to LA for 6 hours? Because it's time."
That's romantic.
So I'm like, okay, here we go. I hope this is worth it. Boom, done.
Nice.
I just had the pilot buzz the city. I'm like, that should do it.
Yeah, just kind of like scattered.
And
who knows how many people got
just
pregnant?
me being near her. Everybody in my community.
My goal in all of this was to get you to say ovulation strips.
Yeah,
So
those
I
are hard
win.
to read, by the way.
So I win.
Can someone do an easier to read ovulation strip?
Yeah, please.
Men, ladies, everybody.
if we achieve anything
2 lines or
from
1
this
line, that's all we
experience,
want.
come on. Let's see what else we got here. So when you're not on the set,
Yeah, man.
when you're in your hangout, what does that look like? What are you doing?
My hangout, oh God, this is embarrassing. Because I was
Bring
never...
it.
I think I was unemployed for long enough that I couldn't play video games because it was like the least sexy thing to see an unemployed man playing video games. So I'm like, I gotta not do that anymore.
But now that you're employed, you're like, bring it on.
But it's still not sexy. From my wife's
You don't have to be sexy 24/7. That's something I learned.
I haven't been 1/7.
Right.
So there we go. I love turning off my brain by playing Risk
Nice.
on my iPhone.
Oh,
And I am, I would contend one of the best players in the world.
you're arguably, or not even arguably, just period.
I mean, based upon my rank,
Which is,
Grandmaster.
wow.
There is no higher rank, people.
Yeah.
So this is where
It's a shame.
really
It's a
gets
shame you're
sexy.
married because this would be an amazing way to pick up women.
So
Did I tell you-
countless hours spent looking at a screen as the world burns.
Nice.
But here's one thing I don't do. This is where I draw the line.
Mm-hmm.
I can't get upset about gaming or sports. To me, that's like the worst look on a person.
So you're from St. Louis. Are you a Cardinals fan?
I like the Cardinals, but
But you don't love the Cardinals.
I used to love the Cardinals. Now I'm just kind of like a guy with a kid.
What the hell? Oh, the kid.
Yeah.
Okay. Because this conversation is that like I love the Cardinals. And
I love the Cardinals.
It ruins my day when they lose, which is dumb.
Yeah. It
It's-
doesn't ruin my day. Never ruined my day. I've seen people go like 2 days. I'm like, this is not a good look. You
Yeah.
gotta stop doing this. They're not you. They don't even care.
Here's the thing. I'll curse and yell during the game. The second it's over and you
Done.
can't do anything about it, good try, guys.
Amen, man.
you did
Sports
your
works.
best.
I can jump in without even knowing the rules of the game, and I'll have a favorite by the end of it. Yeah, but you can't wear that outside of the room.
Okay. Now, were you like an Ozzie Smith guy, or are you a little?
Oh yeah, so I got to St. Louis in 1989.
Okay.
That was Vince Coleman, Ozzie Smith.
The Running Redbirds.
Yeah, who else was in there? Like
Willie
Todd
McGee,
Zeal? No,
Terry Pendleton.
Terry Pendleton.
Jack Clark was gone. Tommy Herr was probably gone.
Yeah, maybe just tail ended it.
Yeah.
Whitey Herzog was
Yep.
still doing it.
You get me. I'm gonna need a hug after all this because
love
nobody understands. I live in Philadelphia.
Right now,
Those people are terrible. Yeah.
It's,
They're wonderful. They're wonderful people, but they're all Phillies fans.
St. Louis is the best baseball town.
Agreed.
I would say.
And now the internet hates us.
And also, that's true. And then also, I think for me, I'm only a fan of sports that I had a prayer in while I was performing. So baseball, I'm bottom heavy. Good for baseball. Any sport where I can wear a belt, I did all right. But if it was like fast and running, no.
Bottom heavy, good for baseball.
Yeah, man, third base.
All right.
Yeah.
As far as like we're talking about like binge watching,
Yeah.
everybody has like their binge watching achievement, something that they're proud of. Maybe not too proud, but like as far as your binge watching history, what do you hang your hat on?
Binge. I mean, man, I'm going basic here. Binge watching for me and binge watching for the common person are going to be two different things.
Okay.
I can't sit still for 45 minutes. I'm dying right now.
Right, I'm sorry.
So
you can feel free to.
I watched
take a
A
lap,
Marriage
man.
Story in 4 installments, and it's like 90 minutes. I'm got to be American Office. I still go to it. It's kind of like my Xanax and my Prozac. If I need to go to sleep, put it on. If I want to feel good, put it on. My wife and I fell in love over The Sopranos, weirdly. So
That's
I was
very
like,
romantic.
let's watch another one. And it got me into her like apartment. It's long, and you drink, and God knows what happens. I know what happened.
And
But-
you said I'm a grandmaster at risk.
You know what?
Is that what you? Is that how it?
Give me 90 hours and a chair and my lady. I will be a grandmaster.
Grandmaster in love.
And I will... I shouldn't say that word.
No, do it. What? Don't hold back. Come on, we're all
And I
friends
will
here.
inseminate you on a layover from New York.
Are we done? Is that? Can we?
Next question. New dad.
Do you have any questions for me, David?
Less than anger. Say it changes your life. Nicely done.
Thank you for coming by.
Thank you, brother.
I'm gonna go wash my ears out with soap.
There's something I need to tell you.
Sometimes people just need someone to listen.
Get your whole life ahead of you. Where would you like to go?
We're good to go. Let's roll on A and B.
Peanut butter is the longest relationship I've ever had.
Have you seen this man?
Jake's got his shirt off a lot.
We're done?
Let's listen to Go Cubs. And scene.